Hello students, I Sheetal Baria from Saraswat International Academy welcome you to science class. Lesson number 1, Nutrition in Plants Part 2. Today we will be studying about the synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrates. Plants synthesize carbohydrates through the process of photosynthesis. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These are used to synthesize other components of food such as proteins and fats. But proteins are nitrogenous substances which contain nitrogen. From where do the plants obtain nitrogen? Nitrogen is present in abundance in gaseous form in the air, but plants cannot absorb nitrogen in this form. Soil has certain bacteria that convert gaseous nitrogen into the usable form and release it into the soil. These are absorbed by the roots of plants along with water. To fulfill the requirement of nitrogen, farmers add fertilizers rich in nitrogen to the soil. Other modes of nutrition in plants. Some plants do not have chlorophyll. They cannot synthesize food. How do they survive? Such plants depend on the food produced by other plants. They use the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Example: Cuscuta, amarbale, a yellow wiry branch structure twining around the stem and branches of trees. The plant on which it climbs is called a host. Since it deprives the host of valuable nutrients, Cuscuta is called a parasite. Insectivorous plants. Now we have a big question. Plants, how can be they insectivorous? Yes, there are a few plants which trap insects and digest them. Such plants may be green or of some other color. One of the example is the pitcher plant. It has a jug-like structure. It is a modified part of leaf. The apex of the leaf forms a lid which can open and close the mouth of the pitcher. Inside the pitcher there are hair which entangle the trapped insect. The lid closes and the insect is killed by the juices secreted in the pitcher. Such insect-eating plants are called insectivorous plants. Saprotrops. We see fluffy, umbrella-like patches growing in moist soils or on rotting wood during the rainy season. They take in nutrients from dead and decaying matter. Such organisms are called saprotrops. This mode of nutrition is called saprotrophic nutrition. Examples: mushrooms, fungi. Fungi grows on stale bread, pickles, leather, clothes, etc. The fungal pores are generally present in the air. When they land on wet and warm things, they germinate and grow. Some organisms live together and share both shelter and nutrients. This relationship is called symbiosis. Example: certain fungi live inside the roots of plants. The plants provide nutrients to the fungus and in return the fungus provides water and certain nutrients. In organisms such called lichens, a chlorophyll containing partner which is an algae and a fungus live together. The fungus provides shelter, water and minerals to the algae, and in return the algae prepares and provides food to the fungus.